My name is Chris Ruddy. When I retired 3 years ago, I became involved with AGNI's Consultative Forum. Hidden Voices was a project associated with the Consultative Forum. The intent of Hidden Voices was to record, with photography and narrative, older people in their various stages of life, covering areas such as health, race and gender, to leisure and an intergenerational contact. Hidden Voices has opened up a new way for me to look at growing older, and also a new way to appreciate photography. It is said that a photograph can tell a story. Look at these faces, and then try to discover the story behind each pair of eyes. Hidden Voices has brought some of these stories to the public domain that otherwise would never be heard nor seen.
When you get up in the morning, is there anything that you look forward to?
No, I just say to myself, and I've said to the girls here, the staff, I've seen the 2 days where I got up in the morning and got myself cleaned and washed and clean clothes on me, and I went to my day's work running.
Yes.
I say, I miss that.
Yes.
I miss that.
Jill and I have been married 37 and a half years and are lucky enough to still have each other to lean on. But our relationship has had its stormy passages and has been challenged often. We often wonder what has bound us together. Things like children and a grandchild, a network of kin, and even the dog, all depend on us. Those are one thing, those are some things. But there's more to it than that, obviously. I know this by a quirky coincidence involving a book. It's quite telling that Jill and I each made notes in the margin at the same passage of our individual copies of Captain Corelli's Mandolin, one of our favourite novels, as it turns out. The passage seemed to resonate with both Jill and I, and it made explicit some of our thoughts. One of our favourite characters in the book, Dr. Yanis, reflects on long-term relationships, like marriage. And he says this: being in love is a temporary madness. It erupts like an earthquake and then subsides. And when it subsides, you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your roots have become so entwined together that it is inconceivable that you should ever part. Because this is what love is. Love is not breathlessness, it is not excitement, it is not constant promises of eternal passion. That is just being in love, which any of us can convince ourselves we are, and which can be rekindled from time to time if you're lucky. Love itself is what is left over when being in love has burned away. And this is both an art and a fortunate accident. Fortunate accident indeed, although I hope being in love has still a future.
My name is Anne McGuire. My interest was focused on the Wednesday Wobbly Wheelers, who are a group of older people who meet mainly at Central Station to head out for a day on the bike. Our oldest participants and founders of the Wobbly Wheelers are Billy at age 89 and Victor at age 84. Their love for cycling has brought many cyclists together over a lifetime, and friendship and camaraderie remains constant. The most enjoyment that I got from the project was from their pleasure of participating and listening to their reminiscing of racing and leisure tours from all over the country.
We have been very fortunate over the last number of years in that we're able to get a group together who are, well, 21 plus, well plus, I may add. And we take ourselves away every Wednesday. Rather than sitting in an armchair looking at some television box or sleeping in bed till 11 or 12 and getting up, we like to get out early in the mornings and get a bit of a run on the bikes, enjoy ourselves, a bit of crack. It lifts the spirits. I think that cycling in itself is one of the best sports that you can actually engage in.
I was keen to see represented in this project the images and voices from a diverse range of people. So, in my selection, you will see John and Jerry, a gay couple who've been together for over 40 years. Frances, born in Hong Kong and now in her 65th year, working tirelessly to ensure inclusion for Chinese people here through social networks. And then Jim, a friend, now in his 75th year. After having suffered some serious ill health, Jim is still enjoying doing some challenging mountain walking on a very regular basis. All in their own way continue to make a significant and positive contribution to our understanding of what it is to grow older in a diverse society.
John, how long have you been together now?
40 years. I was 25 when I met Jerry.
And have you found attitudes towards you as a couple changing over those years?
Oh, absolutely. The freedom we would enjoy now as a gay couple as opposed to when we were 25, it's just like a different world really for us now. It goes back to that idea when during the Troubles the police were still hunting out gay people, while people were being murdered in the streets. But now obviously Northern Ireland has changed, but also society and its attitudes. People all around us know we're gay. Our neighbours, people in work always knew we were gay. Certainly the freedom we feel now is much better than it was 40 years ago.
When I started hiking in the mountains more than 20 years ago, I thought, wouldn't it be great to be able to do this until I'm 60? Well, 60 has come and gone, and so has 70. In fact, for my 70th birthday celebration, I walked the 500-mile ancient pilgrim route from France across the Pyrenees through Spain onto Santiago de Compostela. And I hope maybe to do it again. I'm now in my 75th year and I've no plans to retire from the hills anytime soon.
Hello, my name is Anne McNamee and I'm so glad I joined the HNI Consultative Forum and got involved in their Hidden Voices project. It has been both challenging and rewarding. The advice I was given by John Rush was to get a good photograph of someone, you need to build a relationship with them and get their trust. Once you become their friend, you can see and bring out their character and personality into the photograph. I hope this can be seen in my photographs. Thanks to James Massey and Nellie McDermott, my subjects in rural isolation, and Paddy Joe, Kieran and Patrick Kearney, my subjects in generations. I wish to thank John Rush and Maura McLean for all their help.
No, Patrick Joseph, you have to go with your daddy. When you're a big man, you can drive the Jeep. My daddy was born over 100 years ago. You're only 4 now. Your daddy is 34 and I'm 66, and that makes up just about 100 years old.
I'll be on here tonight, you know, and the nights will be getting a one-dog play sometimes at the DVDs, you know. But when you're running a good fire on, then you'd have to go out there to stop the generator, you know what I mean, out in the shade. But the one night back there, I had my varnish and all, look, and I varnished all them chairs and all. Fairly past
the rail.
No, see, shades of
you
it.
did,
Oh, and the doors and all, I done the doors and done the clock. I done the clock and all. And that fairly passes the time. The night fair flies.
Right for you.
You're right enough, the clock has changed.
What's your
Door?
passes?
Not at the door.
Nah, it passes the time. It passes the time. Nah.
Nothing can really fully prepare us for the ageing process. It's something that just seems to creep up upon us. So it can be a big shock to the system when you realise that you're actually in later life. The one thing you should not accept about later life is this notion that you're now a dependent. So it's very important that we share and we learn about ageing from the lived experience of others in later life. That way we can make more sense of our own ageing experience. Now, AGNI's role in developing peer groups experiencing the realities of later life can really help influence and inform strategic development of policy interventions designed to recognise the real-world realities and the needs of older people.
My name is Robert Ferguson. My participation in the Hidden Voices project opened a gateway into an otherwise hidden world, a world populated by a group of older people ranging in age from approximately 60 to 90 years of age. Some have achieved much, others less so. Many have lived through happy times, trying times, while others have enjoyed life and still do so. Some live in comfort in well-appointed homes, many do not. On the one hand, life is a constant round of activities, while on the other, isolation and loneliness is the order of the day. It was wonderful to meet each of them, to hear about and sometimes even share their experiences. But above all, it was a privilege to have the opportunity to portray them for posterity in the meaningful and dignified ways you see in this exhibition. Caring is the giving of oneself to another through time spent with them, in attention given to them, in concern for them, but above all, through loving them.
I am involved in the Indian Community Center, attending the Senior Citizen Club. I also do yoga and breathing exercises at home. I am quite content with the public services such as health and transport and so on. In general, life has been very good to me and my family.
Love me tender, love me true. Tell me at your mind. I be faithful, I be yours till the time. Love me tender, love me true. All my dreams come true. All my darling